What's going on, guys? I'm Chris and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be giving you guys my review on Wrath of Man, the new Guy Ritchie movie. I just saw it in theaters. I was originally planning to do a theater vlog, but I was running late. I'll insert some footage here. Alright, so I made it. And the movie is 7:10, so I kind of have to hurry, but I'm about to watch Wrath of Man, new Guy Ritchie, Jason Statham movie. I'll give you guys my thoughts after. I made it as the last preview was playing, and usually I like to get there to watch all the previews before the movies, but I was running late. Life happens sometimes. Before I give you guys my thoughts, definitely hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. Wrath of Man follows H, a cold and mysterious character working at a cash truck company responsible for moving hundreds of millions of dollars around Los Angeles each week. It stars Jason Statham as H in the main role, and of course, you have a Jason Statham movie, you market it as a Jason Statham movie, you expect action. Is there action? Absolutely. In fact, there's actually some sequences that I truly did dig in this movie, notably the heist vibe. It reminded me a lot of, the movie Heat, in a sense, the movie The Town with this heist aspect. The score did a fantastic job of building these tension-filled scenes, but obviously the movie is directed by Guy Ritchie, and whenever it comes to a Guy Ritchie movie, he always has this unique way of telling his stories, and I feel like people don't really give him enough credit, if that makes sense, because he's so great at creating these unique stories and almost the Tarantino, Nolan type way where you see scenes from various perspectives. Now, the only downfall to this, and I've noticed it in other Guy Ritchie movies as well, is when you're jumping around and you present the narrative events in a certain order, in a sense it kind of inhibits the ability to really grow an attachment to the characters. Now, when it comes to Jason Statham, he's this stoic figure from the start, and you don't really know much about him, and of course, you do get a backstory on him throughout the movie, but I feel like if there was maybe a few extra scenes when it comes to a certain relationship he has with a certain character, I feel like moments that were supposed to hit harder would have hit harder. I still enjoyed the way that they did it, and Guy Ritchie, of course, is so brilliant at showing different perspectives of scenes. I have to give him major props for that. It reminds me a lot of Pulp Fiction, quite frankly, the way he's able to do it, and a lot of Tarantino movies, especially even Jackie Brown. It reminds me of that too. Now, I know that going into this, most people expect action and heist vibes, and that's exactly what you get. And of course, there are a lot of neat Guy Ritchie vibes, but in comparison to some of his other work, it doesn't live up as high in my opinion. The Gentleman, which came out at the beginning of last year, I enjoyed quite a bit more. It does have action in that movie, but the plot is so unique, and there's a lot of twists and turns I didn't see coming. There are twists and turns in this movie, of course. The writing is great from Guy Ritchie, and I believe 2 other people wrote this movie as well. But it's not as clever as The Gentleman, if you will. This is an off-the-wall comparison, but if you've seen the movie Manchester by the Sea, you know that Casey Affleck's character, you're trying to figure out why you're supposed to like the guy very early on, and then a crazy event happens, and you're like, oh my gosh, I totally get it now. They almost try to do that in this movie, in my opinion, but I just wish there's a little more depth. It is a 2-hour runtime, and honestly, I didn't have any issue with the pacing. If you know me and you've seen my reviews before, I usually complain about how movies overextend their stay. They do a lot of perspective changes, though, and towards the end of the movie, it seems like the focus shifts away from who the protagonist is supposed to be, and I was kind of thrown off by that. I wish that maybe the protagonist had more time in the sun and more time in the spotlight throughout the movie, but I totally get the vibes Guy Ritchie was going for. He likes to do this thing where you switch perspectives a lot. I know I've brought that up a ton, but it's just the case here. Performances across the board are solid, nothing spectacular at all, but with the material they're given, they do a really solid job there. It's not a great movie, but it's a good movie. I recommend it, honestly. I'm going to give this movie a 3.5 out of 5 on my Letterboxd scale, which would be like a 7.5 out of 10. It was definitely worth going to see in theaters, in my opinion. It was nice escapism, and there's some really dope action scenes here that had me locked in, and it was honestly riveting, and it was a super loud movie in theaters. Reminded me of Tenet when it comes to just the gunshots. It was like shaking my chair. It was so loud at times. So that's going to do it for my review / quick thoughts on Wrath of Man. Definitely hit the like button. Comment your thoughts on the movie down below. Are you going to see this one? Are you going to skip this one? Let me know all that and more down below. What's your favorite Guy Ritchie movie? And if you haven't already, definitely hit the subscribe button. I've got a ton of Star Wars, Marvel content, movie reviews, all that good stuff coming very soon. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.